At Milkrite, we believe in thinking differently. We focus on the milk extraction process and overall animal health with the aim of more efficient milking for both the animal and the milker. This leads us into new areas, new products and new services, changing established principles for the better. One example of a Milkrite innovation that is revolutionising milking is the impulse air system. It's revolutionary because air is introduced into the system above the milk. It takes the milk away much more efficiently. It stops splashback. It also allows the vacuum to do what it's meant to do, pour the milk away without damaging the teat. With a conventional round liner system, the liner closes on two sides. It creates a pinch point at the teat end, especially within herds with variable sized teats. This makes sizing of the liner to the teat critical. Round liners are prone to slips and squeals and fall-offs, which slow down milking and damage the teats. Triangular liners don't work this way. They close more evenly and don't pinch. This means they fit a wider range of teats and stay on better. Less slips and squeals, speeding up milking and improving teat end condition. With less air movement between the triangular liner and shell, we get a gentler closing and opening action, again easier on the teat. There is a fundamental problem with conventional milking systems. Air enters the system through the claw. When the liner opens and closes, it creates pressure fluctuations that cause the milk to splash back to the teat end. It's why cows' teats are wet after milking. With impulse air, air is now introduced into the system through the liner mouthpiece above the milk. It gives an even vacuum gradient through the system, stopping splashback. The teats are now dry after milking. Now the vacuum can do what it's meant to do, get the milk away without damaging the teat. These unique features of the impulse air means that it stays on the teat better than conventional round liners. Now we get much smoother milk flow and reduce the negative effects of vacuum on the teat, giving much better teat condition. Let's have a look at a real example of how impulse air prevents milk respray. A standard triangular unvented liner is on the left and the impulse air mouthpiece vented liner is on the right. By introducing dye into the milk, you can clearly see how the air pulls the milk away from the cow's teat. By keeping the teat dry, you can prevent cross-contamination, which helps to reduce mastitis and somatic cell count. So what do independent test results show? After testing at a variety of farms under varying conditions and with various liner types, results show that we get much better teat condition. No teat reddening or ringing with faster parlour throughput. Milk agitation is reduced and impulse air allows us to reduce cluster weight. Like most good ideas, it's simple and revolutionary. It ensures the vacuum in the system does not damage the teat. Dairy farmers can now enjoy improved milking speed and better teat health without compromise. Better teat health means lower somatic cell count and reduced mastitis. Milkers and animals will certainly feel the difference with Milkrite's impulse air system. Milkrite was delighted to receive the Prince Philip Award for its continuing innovation as a company.
We started the impulse liner because we had quite a bit of teat end damage on this facility. I started managing this dairy 4 years ago and immediately noticed that we had some teat end problems. After doing a little bit of evaluation, came up with that it was probably a circle liner that we were using previously. So we started the impulse air liner and have been happy ever since. Our teat end health is much better and our milk quality is significantly better. Somatic cell has dropped and less clinical mastitis cases.
Since we started using impulse air, my milkers, they see a less occurrence of squawking with the machines and less of them slipping off and falling off, and less machines being kicked off by the cows themselves.
We don't see the cows kicking at the machine. What we used to get is the cows would kick at it and then of course get the foot tied up between the machine and the rope and so on. We don't get that no more. The machine falls off, and because it has that air gap on the top of the liner, it releases from the teat real easy.
Teat health has been great because there's less vacuum at the teat end at detach. We're seeing a lot better udder health, teat health, and has helped with our somatic and our new cases of mastitis.
We watch somatic cell count because we get paid on it, and we've come down from 300. Right now we're running at 150 or a little below on somatic since we've got on them. So right now we're at our top bonus in our co-op.
Impulse Air has provided us with a benefit at the teat base. We don't have the congestion and we don't have the ringing or the cuts around the teat base.
With using Impulse Air, the cows do seem to have more comfort as they're being milked, and it seems to be easier and less harmful on the cows.
As part of Milkrite's Elite Service Program, we guide you through the perfect setup for your milking process, with optimized settings customized for your herd and parlour conditions through our dynamic measuring process. Our research facilities are at the core of what we do. We have invested in state-of-the-art in-house test and product development facilities and work with leading research centres. This total focus on the milk extraction process leads us to new innovative systems. Milkrite, making the milking process easier for the farmer and the animal.